Welcome to Emma's English. Welcome back to Emma's English Talk, your daily channel for mastering real-world English. I'm your host, Emma. Today, we're going to watch and listen to a conversation about the bizarre, unwritten rules of umbrella etiquette and losing umbrellas in the rain. First, just sit back, relax, and try to catch as much as you can. Don't worry if you miss a few words. We will break down the key vocabulary in our word tour later in the video. Ready? Let's dive into the dialogue. I was looking at the weather forecast this morning, and it got me thinking about how much a simple rainy day changes everyone's behavior.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it comes to umbrellas, which seem to have a mind of their own.
They really do. And I am convinced there is a secret dimension where all the lost, clear plastic umbrellas go to live.
I think I supply half of that dimension, because I buy a new, cheap umbrella every single time it pours unexpectedly.
It is a universal struggle. But what really fascinates me is the unwritten etiquette of walking with an umbrella on a crowded sidewalk.
You mean the delicate dance of tilting your umbrella so you do not accidentally poke a stranger in the eye?
Exactly. It requires incredible spatial awareness, and yet so many people just walk straight ahead like they are driving a bulldozer.
That drives me crazy, especially when someone tall holds their umbrella low, completely blocking the path for everyone else.
I have a theory that you can judge a person's true character by how they manage their umbrella in a crowded space.
That is a brilliant metric. And we should also include how people handle their dripping wet umbrellas when they step onto a crowded train.
Oh, that is the worst. When someone leaves their umbrella completely open and soaked, leaning right against your leg.
You feel that sudden, icy drop of water soak through your trousers, and you just have to stand there and take it.
Most modern buildings have those little plastic sleeve dispensers at the entrance, but using them feels like another test.
It really is, because half the time the plastic bag tears, or you struggle to slide the wet fabric inside while holding 3 shopping bags.
And then you see the people who ignore the bags entirely and just give their umbrella a massive shake right in the doorway.
Spraying everyone within a 2-meter radius with rainwater, which is just incredibly thoughtless.
On the flip side, have you ever experienced the sheer panic of leaving your expensive, nice umbrella in a shared umbrella stand?
Every single time I go into a convenience store or a restaurant, I keep one eye on the entrance.
It is like playing Russian roulette with rain gear because someone always takes the wrong one by mistake.
To be fair, when 90% of the umbrellas in the stand are identical clear plastic ones, mistakes are bound to happen.
That is why I started buying bright, ridiculously colorful umbrellas so nobody could ever claim they thought it was theirs.
That is a smart strategy, though it does make you stand out completely in a sea of gray and black coats.
I do not mind standing out if it means my $20 umbrella actually comes home with me at the end of the day.
True, but even with a bright color, the real danger zone for me is leaving it hooked on the back of a cafe chair.
The classic out of sight, out of mind scenario, where you walk out into the sunshine and completely forget it exists.
Then 3 hours later, the clouds roll back in, you feel a drop on your head, and you realize your mistake.
At that point, it belongs to the cafe, and it joins the graveyard of forgotten umbrellas behind the counter.
I wonder what cafes actually do with those mountains of abandoned umbrellas after a few months.
I like to imagine they have a massive end-of-season sale, or maybe they just hand them out to unprepared customers.
If they do that, it creates a beautiful circle of life, where the universe replaces the umbrella you lost earlier.
It is a nice thought, like a community umbrella sharing network that functions entirely on human forgetfulness.
Speaking of rainy days, have you noticed how people handle a sudden downpour when they do not have an umbrella at all?
Yes, there are always 2 distinct types of people in that specific situation.
Let me guess. The sprinters who run for cover, and the fatalists who just accept their destiny and walk slowly.
Precisely. The fatalists are fascinating to watch because they look so defeated, completely drenched but totally calm.
I am definitely a sprinter, ducking under shop awnings and trying to calculate the fastest path to the train station.
The awning-to-awning dash is an art form, but you have to watch out for the water pouring off the edges of those roofs.
That stream of water is always heavier than the actual rain, and it hits you right on the back of the neck if you misjudge it.
It is all part of the minor chaos that a few drops of water can bring to a modern city.
It really levels the playing field, because no matter who you are, a sudden storm makes everyone look a bit ridiculous.
It really does, and it reminds us that we are all just trying to stay dry and protect our shoes.
Don't even get me started on shoes. Wet socks are genuinely the absolute worst part of a rainy commute.
That is a whole separate debate, but for today, let us just agree to tilt our umbrellas and use the plastic sleeves.
Agreed. A little consideration goes a long way when the weather gets miserable.
Hi everyone, Emma here. Let's take a quick look at some of the interesting vocabulary and idioms Tom and I used in our chat about rainy days. First up is the word etiquette. Etiquette refers to the unwritten rules of polite behavior in society or among a specific group of people. In our conversation, we talked about umbrella etiquette, which just means being polite and mindful of others when you are holding an umbrella in public. Next, we used the phrase spatial awareness. This is your ability to be aware of the objects around you and your position relative to them. If you have good spatial awareness, you don't bump into people on the sidewalk or accidentally poke them with your umbrella. Then, Tom mentioned a sea of something. When he said a sea of gray and black coats, he didn't mean a real ocean. We use the phrase a sea of to describe a very large number of people or things that all look similar. It creates a vivid picture of a crowd where everyone blends together. Another great idiom we used is out of sight, out of mind. This means that it is very easy to forget about something if you cannot see it. When you hook your umbrella on the back of a chair where you can't see it, it is out of sight, out of mind, and you will probably walk away without it. Finally, we used the phrase, levels the playing field. When something levels the playing field, it makes a situation fair and equal for everyone, removing any special advantages. A sudden downpour levels the playing field because rich or poor, successful or struggling, everyone gets equally wet if they forget their umbrella. Keep practicing these expressions and try using them the next time it rains. Great job today! Listening to natural English like this is the best way to improve your skills. Remember, you can download the free PDF script for today's episode from the link in the description below. It's perfect for reviewing the dialogue and practicing the vocabulary we learned. If you enjoyed this lesson, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks for listening and keep up the great work. See you next time!